Good morning. Welcome to your neighborhood Unitarian Universalist congregation. My name is Rev Sally Fritsche, and I'm delighted to serve as minister to this congregation here on the treaty land of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. It is wonderful to be here with all of you this morning. Thank you to our spirit choir and family choir for our gathering music. They will be singing for and with us throughout today's service, and we are so grateful for all of your voices. For all of us here in person, please remember to be aware of the various needs and boundaries of one another while we're gathered together, honoring our mask-required seating area just here, keeping aisles clear for mobility devices, and only taking photos with express permission. We're a community of many ages and abilities, which means we embrace whatever little noises or distractions come with being together, and we're committed to a love that makes space for all. If you have a phone or other device that can be silenced, I invite you to do that now, unless you need that device to participate in the service. And this is an all-ages service, which means instead of going into our rainbow room to learn and play together, kids will stay for the entire service, and we've planned intending it to be a little bit briefer and a little bit less talk-heavy than a typical Sunday service. And today we'll focus on the interdependent web of all existence. It will be full of music, story, community, and embodied meditation. As always, if there's anything you need to make yourself comfortable during our time together, feel free to move around, stretch, fidget. You could spend time in the wiggle room where there's soft furniture, toys, blankets, or check out the activity table where there's some art supplies and fidgets. If you're new and would like us to keep in touch, please fill out a newcomer card, which you can find in the backs of some of the chairs, and leave that in the offering plate when it goes around later in the service. Whoever you are, wherever you are in your relationship to religion, to spirituality, or to this place, we are glad you are here today. Let's take a moment to remember we're here together, including those online, and turn to those who are with us and offer a high five, a wave, a handshake, a fist bump. After you've greeted or introduced yourself to a neighbor here, remember to wave to the camera for those who are watching online, and we'll ring the chime to come back together. And we trust all these conversations will continue during coffee hour after the service and in the weeks and months and years to come. I'm joined up here today by longtime neighborhood member and talented service weaver, Debb Bertazzon. Deb.
Thank you, Rev Sally. Good morning, beautiful spirits. Including the spirit band. No. Choir. Yeah. What a pleasure to be weaving today's service on a day that we're going to be talking about how we're all connected. So how fitting that we're all going to stay in the room together for the whole service. Those of us in early stages of life. I see one in a really early stage of life there. All the way up to elderhood, but I'm not going to point out who I think are the high. Myself. So I begin this service about the interdependent web of life by acknowledging that I am an uninvited guest on the land where I stand and where y'all are sitting. And the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nations are the treaty holders of this land. And that the Wendat and the Haudenosaunee Confederacy lived here before me and are living here now, together with our First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples. I offer my gratitude to our Indigenous siblings who remind us of the importance of caring for the planet. In a number of Native American traditions, stories are told about Grandmother Spider, who created humanity and wove a protective web of life around the earth to connect all of its creatures. The takeaway of the message, of course, is caring for Mother Earth, caring for others, caring for ourselves. It's all the same. We are all one. So now, together, with past, present, and future in mind, let's co-create and enter into our closed, sacred circle. And to do so, please join me in either reciting or listening to our collective invocation. Let us cast a circle of sacred space here. Let us cast a circle of a cherished space here. A space of safety, a place of forgiveness, a place of love. If we want the world to change, we must craft in our space and in ourselves seeds that grow a different kind of life. A life of graciousness, of creative intelligence, a place of life and spirit for ourselves and our families. This morning, our chalice is going to be lit by Delphine and Annika and their parents, Stephanie and Eric. Come on up, guys. Now they're going to draw from the flame already burning in the children's chalice. Today, the flame in the children's chalice reminds us that, like the small pieces of thread in a web, all people, including children, are important to the planet and to our communal congregation. That's okay. You take your time, love. Okay. Looking good. Okay. Nice and careful. Look at that determination. Bam. Bam. Light this chalice to remember to light the fire within our own hearts. And now let's continue in sacred space. So we won't be doing, because we're doing the joining ceremony today, we're not going to have time to do the typical joys and concerns that we usually do. Instead, let's take a moment in silence and search our minds and our hearts for a sad or a glad, as our young people call them. And then I'm going to light one candle representing all of the unspoken joys and concerns. So let's just take a moment. Thank you. And over to the Spirit Choir.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Carlos. Our opening song will be just with the Spirit Choir. You'll get to hear more from the Spirit Choir with the Family Choir a little bit later in the service. We're going to sing a piece called We Belong to the Earth. And the message of the song is that the earth is not ours, we are a part of her, and we are all interconnected. I just wanted to share a little anecdote of the choir learning the song rather than get into the meaning of it. As we were practicing it, I found the choir was like very much up here, thinking of it, like really in their heads and kind of singing in a straight line. And then I reminded them that this is in a 3/4 time, which has a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 feeling, just like the waves of the water. Dip and rise and dip and rise. And once they became like water and remembered that they are of the earth, the music really came to life. So I invite you from your seats as you're listening, well, if you know it, you can sing along, or also to become like water yourselves and can sway and move to the flow of the music. And I welcome Steve Kohler up on guitar.
Thank you, Spirit Choir. So our mission or our goal here at Neighborhood is to help everyone grow their hearts and their spirits and to take care of each other and to take care of the world. Now last week we started getting really curious about this whole idea of the interdependent web. And today we're going to keep thinking about that as we grow our community even larger. Yeah, here we grow again. And we're going to be welcoming more members into our congregation. And when I say our congregation, I mean just that. Together, we make up this congregation. And, individually, we are all part of one big, beautiful whole. We blossom together, we struggle together, and we do that because we're all connected. And that's kind of what this story is about. I'm going to tell you a little story. So, last summer, I was trying to figure out who the most important person at Neighborhood was. And at first I thought, well, it's got to be me. Because, well, I was service weaving that Sunday. But, that just didn't feel right. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to ask Suzanne what she thinks. Do you have a mic there, Suzanne? Oh, okay. So do you remember what you said when I asked you that question?
I do, Deb. I said, clearly it's me. Because I bring all the vibes and the good music to the services.
That's what she said. I remember it. But that just didn't feel right either. So then it just happened that Allison was around. And so I thought, I'm going to ask her the same question. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, clearly it's me. I have the loudest voice in the choir.
Which kind of made sense, but you know what? That didn't feel right either. So, what was I going to do? How was I going to get this information? Well, I thought, I'm going to go find Kat. So I went over to Kat. Do you remember what you said when I asked you that question?
Obviously it's me. Because I nourish and take care of the young people in this congregation, so obviously it's me.
And while that's all true, it just didn't feel right as the answer either. Well, this went on forever. I was talking to loads of people, and everybody thought that they were the most important. I talked to the kitchen fairies who prepare the snacks and the coffee so that people aren't hungry. I talked to the greeters who make people feel welcome as they come in, and then they collect some of the donations so that we can thrive financially. I talked to Carlos over there. Stand up, Carlos. Okay. And I talked to some of the other AV folks, because they make it possible for folks online. Hey, folks online. So Carlos helps make it possible for them to stay connected. I talked to Hala, who keeps our office running, which means she keeps really everything running. Anyway, this went on. There were so many people that I talked to. Finally, I thought, okay, I'm going to find Rev Sally. And I was able to track her down. Do you remember what you said? Because I'm thinking, for heaven's sakes, she's got to know.
And I said, hello, I'm the minister. I'm the most important. And then we laughed and laughed. And I said, actually, you know who you should talk to? You should talk to Grandmother Spider.
And I thought this was a great idea. And that's what I did. And I wrote it down in my journal. So I went up to my trailer, which is kind of close to Perry Sound. And I went into the forest there, where the leaves glowed like emeralds. I was on a mission to find out what the answer to this question was, and to get some wisdom from, as Rev Sally had suggested, from Grandmother Spider. At first I couldn't find her, so I started talking to all the inhabitants of the forest. Like me, the forest creatures had all been wondering about the same thing. Not about who was the most important person at Neighborhood, but who was most important in the forest. First, the mighty oak boomed and said, I'm the most important person because I provide shade and homes for everyone. But then the oak paused and said, oh, but hang on. I can't grow without the earthworms who loosen the soil for my roots. Well, a nearby earthworm was listening and couldn't resist piping in. Yes, I help the trees, they said, but hang on. I only have food because in the fall, the autumn leaves drop to the ground and turn into rich soil. And the leaves grow because of the sun. I thought. Then I noticed a bee buzzing around near a patch of flowers. I'm the most important, the bee hummed. Without me, flowers couldn't make seeds for the new plants. Then the bee added, oh, wait, but hang on. Without the flowers, I wouldn't have any nectar to drink. Suddenly, Grandmother Spider appeared. At first, she said nothing. She just quietly began spinning her beautiful silky silver web between two branches right in front of me. And in a very soft, calm voice, she finally spoke and said, look closely, Deb. And this is what I looked at. She said to me, my web is like the forest itself. If you pull one silver thread, the whole thing shivers. If one thread breaks, the web becomes weak. Aha! A light bulb moment, finally. I was finally putting it all together. The sun feeds the plants feeds the animals, like the bee, help the plant grow. And then when things die, decomposers like the worms or the fungi turn them back into food and turn that into soil. And I'll never forget what happened next. Grandmother Spider appeared to me in human form. You see, Deb, she whispered, no one is the most important. We all are held together by one silver thread, and we all belong to the earth. Kind of just like what the choir just sang about, right? And ever since then, I walk carefully and softly in the forest, and when I come here to neighborhood, I have a really special appreciation for everyone and all the little noises that I hear. Everyone, because every strand of our web is equally important. And every flower in our garden is also unique and glorious, and that is a nice segue into our next song.
So up on the screen, I have a picture of a flower garden with many different types of flowers in it. And in this next song, we're going to celebrate all the diversity of flowers that we have. I want you to take 15 seconds and bring to mind what your favorite flower is, or flower-adjacent plant. There's going to be an opportunity in the song to celebrate that flower by calling out its name. Has everyone got their flower? Yep. Choir, you have your flowers? Okay. Heads up, we're going to repeat this at the flower ceremony at the end of May. It's a new song for us from the new hymnal, Sing Out Love. I'd like to teach you the chorus so you can join the family choir and the choir in singing this. There it is. I'm going to sing a phrase. You sing it back to me. Every bloom is different. That's the power of the flower garden. Every bloom is different. That's the power of the flower garden. Countless points of view, and that's the beauty of us all. Countless points of view, and that's the beauty of us all. Can we put that together? Every bloom is different, that's the power of the flower garden. Countless points of view, and that's the beauty of us all. Great, could we rise in spirit and body if you're willing and able? I invite the family choir to come to the front to help in song leading.
Every bloom is different, that's the power of
are blessed this morning to be welcoming several new members into our neighborhood Unitarian Universalist congregation. I will read the names of those who will be joining us today, and I invite you to please stand up as you're able and make your way up here to just stand in front of the choir here around the chalice in a little half circle. And if there are kids who would like to accompany a parent who's joining, you are also warmly invited to come forward if you'd like to. I'll invite Michael and Olya Mueller, Jen Magnus, Avery Magnus, Robert Ryshinsky, Hillary Young, Beth Crisp, Genevieve Guillardeau with daughter Daphne, Stephanie Arnold with daughters Delphine and Annika, and Ingrid Sheriff. Angie. Yes. And Angie. This is a good problem to have. I'm getting crowded out of the own pulpit. All right, and I'll also ask David Zalakar, Christina Keel, and Brenda Ponick, who are on our membership team, to come forward to help with this ceremony. Each of you gathered here will have a chance to light a candle representing your unique light, your unique bloom being added to our flower garden, and share briefly something about what brought you here and what it means for you to be joining as a member. After you've spoken or lit your candle in silence, if you prefer not to speak, you'll receive a small welcome gift from the congregation, your own copy here of the UU Pocket Guide, which is full of beautiful writings and music and meditations on what Unitarian Universalism means. And also, I just learned today, it will include this little handmade booklet made by our own member of the congregation, Lauren Renzetti, with some art and some beautiful meditations on love in the world. If your parent is joining as a member today, but you are not yet 16 years old and old enough to join as a member yourself, you can still come up and light your own candle and share what this means to you if you'd like. And you can choose your own welcome gift in the prize box that is just at the foot of the pulpit here. So as we are ready, I will hold the mic and just make my way down the line. And you're invited to come forward, light your candle, and then speak a few words as you choose.
Hello, I'm Ingrid Sheriff. I've been a long time East Ender, lifelong East Ender, and I always see this as my spiritual home, even though I haven't been a regular, and I've been trying to do other things in my life through faith, through action, and I'm unifying that here today and having a spiritual home, and I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Part of this congregation. I live in the East End, and I've been coming for a long time, and I sing in the choir. I said, this is my moment.
My name's Avery. Wonderful Deb brought me here about 6 weeks ago, and ever since then I haven't missed a Sunday, and I'm just very grateful to find this awesome community in a world full of so much uncertainty, and you all have changed my life, and you're all pretty amazing. So, yeah.
Hi, I'm Jen. I was introduced to Neighborhood by my partner Deb about a year ago, and it's just, I love being in a place where I can just love who I want and be accepted here with whoever I attend with, and love that Avery's loving it and has dragged me here now 6 weeks in a row. In person. I do online as well, so I'm just saying, but in person. So it's just a wonderful community, and it's just great being a part of everything and meeting everybody here. It's just, everybody, it's just, I love being where love is. Thank you.
So I'm Robert. I've been searching for a place where I could express my joys and sorrows. And I've been keeping them inside me too long. And it's just nice to sing them out. And so I'm really happy to be with the choir and be with all of you. So thank you for having us. That's okay.
I'm Hillary, and I'm very excited to be joining Neighborhood officially. I'm a longtime Unitarian, and it feels very adult to choose a community. So I really achieved something today. I'm just very grateful to be able to call this creative, passionate, kind group of people my spiritual home. So thank you.
I'm Mike, and I was going to say something, but that's all.
And I'm Olya.
And this is our grandson.
My name is Beth. I was introduced to this congregation almost a year ago by Brenda Ponick, and I'm grateful to her because I'm so delighted to be joining a community of compassionate and caring people. You care not just for the world, but for each other, and I'm very grateful to be a part of it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. I was kind of UU curious for a long time before I worked up the nerve to come to a service. And I remember reading the website and the principles and thinking, like, this is amazing. Like, this sounds great, but how am I ever going to carve out, an extra 2 or 3 hours a week when my life already feels so full and often overwhelming? But what I didn't expect is that incredibly the weeks that I come here feel more restful and spacious. So thank you for that. And I'm so excited by how much my daughters love coming here, and I'm so comforted by the fact that they get to spend time with you wonderful people. So thank you.
Well, we've been coming here for almost 2 years. And yeah, I relate to the time crunch. Like, it seemed like we don't have time, but we never regret coming here. It does make space in our week. We're ready to make it official, and we're super happy to be here. Thank you so much.
So we first came when it was close to a school that I'd been going to at Equinox Alternative. I'm autistic and I've been going to some alternative schools and I had some trouble listening at first, but then I came back after some time after they moved here. And I believe that neurodiversity is not a disorder, but just a difference.
Feeling very welcome here. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all so much. Stay up here for one more minute. It is so meaningful to hear from each of you, to have your lights burning in our communal chalice. We have, Christina will bring you your books. And I only got 11 books out from my office, but we might actually run out. So if we get to the end and you don't get a book, just talk to me after the service and we will have one for you. All right, and I will hand it off to Brenda for the next part of the ceremony.
We are also grateful to have you here, and we're really looking forward to how your stories might unfold, because we know that they will in this community, and you have lots to bring. There were some shared words that you were all given beforehand, and we're going to ask you to recite them in unison along with David Zalakar. And it's to mark this moment of this commitment to this community, to yourselves, to make it real, and that it's something that you'll continue to grow in this community beyond this moment. And here in the audience, I hope that everyone here opens your hearts to these newest members of our community and feel the flow of energy and warmth from them, the excitement, and let our energy be directed up to them as they affirm these words and their commitment to this community. David, will you read the lyrics?
Thank you. First off, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is one of my favorite times of the year when we get to greet new people and new members. So I'd like the new members to join me in the reading of these words. I will endeavor to follow Neighborhood's mission to empower spiritual growth and shared action for the care of our world. I will also strive to craft a spiritual life principles and share my time, resources, and abilities to strengthen our congregation.
And now, all current members of Neighborhood, I invite you to read and respond with these words, accepting and welcoming these newest members. David?
Are you ready? Again. We, the members of Neighborhood Unitarian Universalist Congregation, welcome you into our community with open hearts. We offer you belonging. Find a place of comfort and challenge, a place where your spirit can both rest and grow, a place where you can transform fully to be
All of you here at the front, look into the faces of all these people who want to get to know you. You can turn around and look at the faces behind you too, who want to be your community, be your village in whatever comes next for you. So with that, you can return to your seats and we'll sing a song of welcome as you find your way. So I have here in my hand a ball of string. You may recognize it if you've seen a ball of string before. It also looks a little bit like a cabbage, I think, because it is green, and a little bit like the Earth, I think, just a little bit like the globe. And it's going to help us with a meditation today on our interconnected web. So I'm going to bring one end of it over to Suzanne. So Suzanne will hold on to one end, and then we're going to unroll the ball of string all the way around the sanctuary, and hold on to your piece of string and unroll the ball to your neighbor. We're going to keep it moving. Oh, it's tied to the piano now. Nice. Just go ahead and pass the string all through the rows. We're going to make sure it goes to Carlos, because that's part of including everyone on Zoom as well, right? And we'll pass the string ball, holding on to the string all across the sanctuary, all the way through the choir until it reaches all the way back to Suzanne at the piano. And as we unroll our string to make our web here together, we will be singing. And if you're watching from afar on Zoom or later on YouTube, know that you are part of this web as well. I invite you to sing along as we sing, as loudly as you like, and our web will be sure to stretch to include you. As the ball of string continues to unroll, you can watch it move around the room. There it is now. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes fumbled or dropped. It might sometimes roll and get away from us, sometimes treated so carefully. There's no rush, there's no wrong way. We will all get woven in the end, one way or another. And as the string unrolls, we will sing that same song that welcomed us into the sanctuary today, spiraling into the center.
Thank you.
interconnected by this single thread, each of us holding on to just one part. I invite us all to take a breath. Focus your mind and heart on wherever your body is touching this string. Maybe your fingertips or your palms. Maybe it's resting on your knee or held against your heart or your cheek. You might close your eyes if that helps you focus. You might look at the string or at the chalice flame in the center of our space while you take a deep breath. And let your awareness travel along that string out to your left and right. You might give it a little tug, a little jiggle. Feel where your neighbors are holding on, all around this room. Let your awareness rest on our connection to one another. Long-time bonds and brand new faces. Feel the thread between us. A thread woven of all the tears shed, trust offered, truth spoken between people. And now beyond this room, beyond this community, let your awareness travel out along the threads that connect us to this neighborhood, to this city, to all the local plants and animals and beings that surround us. Even now, here in this building, we know that there is life swarming in the soil, the air, the water. Feel the thread that connects us to that. Feel the thread that connects us to this land, its history, its peoples, the frayed and damaged strings of web that we work to repair. And even further still, the threads spanning our continent of Turtle Island out into the seas, turbulent or calm. The threads that stretch all the way around this planet. And as we are all freshly reminded this past week, beyond this planet, the threads that mark the orbital path of humans that have gone further from all the rest of us than any other humans before, and still this thread was there. And even beyond, feel the threads of matter and energy that connect us to the cosmos itself, to all creation beyond our imagining, to the great mystery. The root word of religion, religio, means to bind, to tie. So may we feel every thread that spins out all around us, connecting each to all. Take a breath. And then I invite you to begin to draw your focus back in, one step at a time. Winding it back in from the vastness of all existence to the majestic vastness of just one planet, blue and green, white and brown. To the vastness of this land that we call home, this community that nurtures us, this room in which we breathe the same air, In this body you are in, touching a thin cotton string that connects you to your neighbor. Let this thread be a reminder that we are part of this web. We rely on it, and it relies on us. You are needed. Existence needs you to continue to hold the thread, to weave yourself into reality. As this meditation closes, after this physical reminder is long gone, the web will still exist. We just can't always see it, can't always feel it with our hands. Sometimes we forget it is there. So we will leave today, each of us, with one small physical reminder. Rather than winding our web back into a ball, we have safety scissors in chair backs throughout the sanctuary. You're invited to tie a section of string around your wrist or around your ankle, your finger, your bag handle, and take it with you wherever you go after today. So we'll take a minute now. This is a lesson in interdependence, a limited number of scissors. We'll help one another cut and tie our string. Look around and offer to help your neighbors. And if you need help, ask for help from those around you. It is much easier to tie a bracelet for someone else than for yourself. As the scissors go around, we'll take just a moment of joyful chaos to help one another. All right, offering.
Well, as we're doing that, you can keep, I know that's going to take a little bit of time. But as we do that, we're also going to do our offering. And when we think about both the giving and the receiving that happens through our offerings and the interdependent web, I think that the connection, pardon the pun, is obvious. Our existence depends on both give and take. This congregation of all ages is a living entity made up of explorers, mentors, and sages. And like all living things, it must have nurture and sustenance. If you contribute through pre-authorized withdrawals, we thank you. Greeters will pass along the baskets for those who choose to give in that way, or you can scan that QR code that's on the screen. And as always, we thank you for your generosity. As we contribute to the life of this community, we affirm our lives within it. If you have found love and acceptance here, if you have found home here, if you've known kindred spirits here, let this offering be a token of our gratitude for our common life as we build the common good. Greeters, please drop the baskets at the bottom of the podium here with the little prizes, and we will deal with that all later. And in the meantime, we have the life of the community. Over to Sally.
Thank you. Let me share just a few things you should know about the thriving, vibrant life of this community. First of all, today is the last Sunday we will have Suzanne with us for a little while. We are sending her on a month-long sabbatical with our support and love and blessings. She will be back for the Spirit Choir rehearsal on May 11th, and until then, she will not be reachable by phone or email. So if you need to talk to Suzanne, talk to me, and I'll do my best. Today at 2 p.m. right here in the sanctuary, we're having circle music. This is a regular meeting that is open to newcomers, visitors, first-timers. It's a joyful, improvisational, musical practice. All skill levels welcome, all voices welcome. Consider checking it out if you haven't yet. Coming up on April 18th, there's going to be a globe walk. This is a wide-ranging walk all day, starting at sunrise, with many stops along the way. And Suzanne will be leading songs. Yeah, during her sabbatical. So if you're missing her so much, we'll be leading songs for part of the walk from Withrow Park, which is just nearby, and is looking for more voices to join in singing. This also will be gathering petitions, or signatures for a petition, which you can sign here during coffee hour if you want to do that. Coming up, we have a Pathway to Membership Day. If you saw all these wonderful, beautiful new members and you were like, I wish that were me, and you want to learn more about what membership means here at Neighborhood, what it would mean for you to join for your own particular spiritual journey, please come to this. It's super fun. It's an all-day event. We eat lunch together. We get to know each other really well. Talk to me or register online with the link in our newsletter. We have a spring cleaning yard sale coming up. This is a fun, low-key yard sale. We're going to be out on the sidewalk on May 9th. That's a Saturday. So if you have things that you want to clear out of your house as spring arrives, consider donating, consider volunteering to help staff a table, and of course, come and buy things if you're interested. We had a joyful volunteer appreciation luncheon yesterday. Look at all those beautiful volunteers. And if you yourself were a volunteer in any capacity at Neighborhood in the last year and you didn't get a chance to be at the luncheon and pick up your incredible volunteer keychain, because volunteers are the key to a good community, then you can just pick up one. It's got a little chalice on it. It's very cute. And that you can grab after the service. It's the honor system. If you are a volunteer, you get a keychain. Next Sunday service is going to be Elm Dance, which is a beautiful embodied practice around honoring and grieving and connecting to the earth and humanity. It's going to be led by Natalie Zend with guest musician Cassie Norton and service weaver Moira McDonald. And of course, always check your newsletter. It comes on Fridays for all the other things that are happening that don't make it into the Sunday announcements. There's always more going on than we can possibly capture. And I will say thank you. We receive your generous offering every Sunday with so much gratitude and with the knowledge that it will help serve the mission and purpose and all of these incredible programs of this community. We couldn't do it without you, so thank you. And with that, we will go into our closing song with our family choir.
Okay, I invite the family choir to the front, accompanist Olga to the piano, and Steph to introduce.
This song is called Hope with Our Hands. Sometimes when something bad happens to a person we know or even a group of people far, far away, we'll say that we'll hope things will get better for them or that we'll keep them in our prayers. In this song we're about to sing, Hope with Our Hands, the composer, Zoe Toby, challenges us to think about ways to hope with our hands and pray with our feet. What he's pushing us to do is to not stop at just hoping and praying with our minds and our spirits, but also to take action to help the people that we're hoping and praying for by actively trying to help them and make sure they know that they're not alone while going through hard times. As we sing this song together, we invite you to think of someone or some people that you know who are going through a hard time, and how you might hope with your hands and pray with your feet.
This ground below us, this ground below us, is holy, holy, is holy, holy. This air that breathes us, this air that breathes us, is holy, holy, is holy, holy. So we're not home with our hands, with our hands, and pray with our feet, pray with our feet. World that we love, world that we love, world that we need, world that we need. This bush is burning, this water's rising, this water's rising. Our earth is hurting, our earth is hurting, our people cry. So we are with our hands, with our hands, and pray with our feet, pray with our feet. World that we love, world that we love, world that we need, world that we need. Whoa, 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 with our hands, pray with our feet, for the world that we love, for the world that we need. With our hands, pray with our feet, for the world that we love, for the world that we need. With our hands, pray with our feet, for the world that we love, for the world that we need. With our hands, pray with our feet, for the world that we love, for the world that we need. With our hands, pray with our feet, for the world that we love, for the world that we need. With our hands, pray with our feet, for the world that we love, for the world that we need. With our hands, So mercy, mercy, so mercy, mercy. May we meet this moment, may we meet this moment. This world unfinished, this world unfinished, but never broken, but never broken. And courage, courage, and courage, courage. We guard creation, may we guard creation. For every thousand,
I don't have to call y'all up. So I'd like to invite Delphine and Annika and Stephanie and Eric back to the chalice to extinguish it as we all sing together.
Thank you all so much. And we have our closing blessing. We have an extra special closing blessing today because, as I mentioned, we are sending Suzanne off on a sabbatical. So we're all going to send her with our blessings. And the last time she went on sabbatical, it was the Sunday of our water service. So we sent her with a little vial of water to remind her of us. And today, I will say, before our ball of string started unwinding, it wove itself into a friendship bracelet that says NUUC. So take it with us and remember us well. And back in the water ceremony, we gave our blessings by sprinkling our water over Suzanne's head in blessing. And today, instead we're going to, does everyone know what a lasso is? So this time, we're gonna send our strings over to Suzanne so that she'll remember that she is connected to this community and that we will be here for her when she returns. So with our blessing, we connect our threads to you. And thank you so much. And with that, I invite you to rise one last time and maybe take the hand of someone near you, or put your hands on your heart if you prefer not to touch hands this morning. All right, and as we are connected here in this space and across space and time online, so we will always be connected even when we do not see it, do not feel it. As we dissolve our circle today and go back out into the world, may we continue to feel those threads that grow out from the center of each of us and find each other out in the world. May you leave connected, whole, and holy, walking on sacred ground everywhere you go. Go in peace, and blessed be.
Blessed be.
Amen.